Hey guys, it's Han, and today I have another video about the Tamiya Rising Fighter. So, this is one of my absolute favorite buggies and just RC cars that I own. Right up there with the Lunchbox, which is my all-time favorite RC car, honestly. And that is for a number of reasons. Number one, the reason I like the Lunchbox at all is because I was introduced to the whole vintage Tamiya segment um, through the Tamiya Hornet, and the Lunchbox is more or less essentially a monster truck version of a Hornet. So, and then this is a direct descendant of the Hornet Grasshopper line because technically this is one half Super Hornet and one half DT01. So it's a pretty interesting buggy, very, very cheap, the cheapest buggy I believe that Tamiya sells. And it's a very old design, but this, if you are a fan of the Grasshoppers and the Hornets, this is, I think, the peak of all of those cars from a performance standpoint and a design standpoint. Once you get it to this point right here, in stock form, there is some things to be desired, but once you put all these Ampro engineering parts on this, like I have, like the rear shock mount, mostly the rear shock mount, just to kind of change the stance, and the transmission mount, transmission brace. It becomes, in my opinion, the best performing version of the Hornet Grasshopper line. So I absolutely love it. It has a nice whimsical feel to it, but then compared to my Hornets, it is a lot more stable because it is a longer wheelbase. Um, and I just absolutely love this buggy, and I've talked about this buggy a lot on my channel before, and I have many miles on this thing. The body is very beat up. The whole buggy is pretty beat up. I think it's on its second chassis now because I've absolutely beat the crap out of this thing. But today I have this to show you guys. So as you can see, it is another Rising Fighter. So I picked this up last year, or like early-ish last year, um, but I never got around to building it or doing anything because my life has been crazy last year with school and graduation, getting a job. Just, my life was just changing so rapidly. I was so busy. I bought this and just it was in storage the whole time. But the reason I got a second Rising Fighter, even though I fully intend to keep driving my current one, is because I have a different project in mind for this one in particular. So let's kind of dig into this box real quick. And one, if you've never seen a Rising Fighter before and you're interested in getting one, I'll do a quick little unboxing here. Um, so first you'll see the body. You can obviously see this is not how the body comes out of the box. I have already painted the body and already applied some of the stickers on it a while ago. So these are kind of recolors, MCI recolors of the holiday buggy decals I kind of reused on here. So that's kind of the general look I'm going to be going for with this buggy. But you get the body. You get the battery tray, the all the A-arms, all that stuff. The DT01 transmission housing. You get the rear transmission mount, as well as, I believe that's the spoiler mount. The chassis. You get the bumper, the motor, all the gears, the friction shocks, all the hardware, and all that stuff. In this bag, you get this one is a later model. So when I got my original Rising Fighter, it came with the TBLE 02S speed control. This one does come with the newer TBLE 04S speed control, but a speed control is included. And then you get some, like a correction for the manual in here, some other paperwork, the manual itself, as well as my favorite, the black antenna tube. But as you saw, there's some other bags in this box, and those are some Ampro engineering upgrades. So that is my main goal with this thing, is to make it the ultimate version of a rising fighter I can. Whereas the other rising fighter does have a lot of Ampro engineering parts on it, it is still using the stock front suspension. And the reason I left the stock front suspension on the other rising fighter is because I wanted that one to be more of a basher. And I figured it'd be a lot easier to replace the stock arms than these upgraded arms. But essentially, we have the transmission mount here, the transmission brace rather here, and then we have the rear shock mount comprised of these two bags here to give it that nice Super Hornet stance, as well as the double wishbone front suspension from Ampro Engineering. So I will have to get some extra hardware and turnbuckles and tie rods and stuff for this, but yeah, this is going to be super exciting, being able to have independent front, double wishbone front suspension on the Rising Fighter. And even though it is 3D printed, from what I've seen and what I've felt, actually, it is a pretty nice and durable feeling arm, and it's significantly stiffer than the stock arms, which means it'll hopefully keep its shape a little better and be able to perform a little better as well. So the only thing that's missing out of this box is I need to get bearings for it, as well as CVA shocks for it. But I'm very, very excited to get this build done. Hopefully I'll be able to work on this one sometime this year, because I'm very excited to work on this. I also have a Grasshopper 2 coming in, so it'd be cool to have all my hopper buggies all put together and just all together, that just like a nice little family. So just a quick little thing that I wanted to share with you guys. Some stuff that I have in the works in the background. Rising Fighter. They are kind of out of stock right now at Tower Hobbies, but if you are interested in a Rising Fighter, they're only like $93, brand new. So it's a pretty cool kit to get started with, and I don't know, just overall pretty excited to work on this thing. Oh, also the wheel, it obviously does come with wheels and tires. It's missing those because the wheels and tires that came with this buggy I have currently on my Super Hornet. So I do have to find some wheels and tires for this, but yeah, pretty excited. Just a quick little something I want to share with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys look forward to some of the videos I have planned. So subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys next time.